Rights Act. The purpose behind the Fannie Lou Hamer Voting Rights Act was for black people to be in a position to use their vote so they could receive tangibles. Voting is not supposed to be a symbol. Voting is supposed to be a transaction, a power transaction. You want my vote? We want your resources. You want my vote? We want the resources. Voting is not supposed to be a ritual. It is not supposed to be a symbol. It is supposed to be a transaction. You want my vote? We want some tangibles. If we can't get no tangibles, you can't get no vote. Steve Harvey said, they can't give us no reparations. What'd he say? We're not going to get no reparations if we don't vote. You've been voting Democrat for 93 years, Steve Harvey. Been voting Democrat for 93 years, Steve Harvey. Been voting Democrat for 93 years, Steve Harvey. How many more years you got to vote Democrat to get some reparations?
These Negroes, they're getting pretty uppity these days, and that's a problem for us since they've got something now they never had before, the political pull to back up their uppityness. Now we've got to do something about this. We've got to give them a little something, just enough to quiet them down, not enough to make a difference. I'll have them voting Democratic for 200 years.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Damn.
Out to me. If Kamala Harris is elected, she would be sworn in
She could be sworn
on
in
MLK Day
by the first black Supreme
and
Court.
possibly by Ketanji Brown Jackson.
So what?
Does not give you chills.
No.
Does that not?
Okay, that's all I'm gonna play. That's all I'm gonna play. That's all I can't now because now I'm gonna get mad. So what? So what? All of these symbolism. Well, she's gonna get sworn in on MLK Day by Ketanji Brown, and so what? Damn the symbolism. Damn all of these symbolisms. I ain't with the symbolisms. Damn, because after the symbolic ceremonies are over, now we gotta deal with their janky ass policies, okay?
Welcome back. Be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss a video.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. And before we get into today's video, I always want to send you guys a quick thank you on all of your support for watching the videos, liking the videos. And I'm forever grateful because you're helping the channel grow. And what I can provide and promise to you guys in the future is that the production and everything will grow on this channel as our audience grows. So thank you so much for checking out today's video. And stick around to the end because I'm going to share my thoughts and opinions on politics, and also going to show you a quick clip of pretty much what Kamala has planned.
Here's what's happening in news. Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota held their first joint campaign rally together in Philadelphia. Kamala Harris praised Walz going down his list of titles from coach to congressman and even military veteran. She ended his introduction, Rickey, saying, and in 91 days, the nation will know Coach Walz by another name, Vice President of the United States. Are you excited about Tim Walz? I already know the answer to that question.
Always.
What excites you the most about him?
Just that he's just a regular, like he reminds you of your high school principal. He reminds you of your high school football coach, and he was a football coach that led his team to a national, not national, but to a state championship And he is just awesome. He's for the people. He stand up for women's rights, and he's a popular governor in the great state of Minnesota, which Trump won in 2016. That state was picked off by Joe Biden, and I think we'll definitely get his state and the state of Pennsylvania as well. Either one of those governors would have been a great choice for Kamala Harris. I'm just sick of the black people on the internet talking about I'm not with her. Okay, so if you're not with her, that means you with Trump. And y'all need to block every last one of their asses on Facebook and on Instagram and social media and stop. Like, that's just garbage.
Yeah.
It's just garbage. Two, but I'm with her.
Okay, so you recognize that there's some corruption sometimes when you're talking about these people in power, like Kamala was. Maybe you experienced some of the same thing, but you're going to totally disregard that, and you're still going to be with her regardless. Okay, that's how we're going to do, Rickey Smiley. Okay, let's continue.
Because a vote for her, if you sit at home and you don't support her, you are definitely supporting Donald Trump. You can vote for who you want to, but don't be trying to encourage other people and sit up there and put bad stuff. Where's that same?
I mean, you are voting for Kamala, and what you're trying to do right now is threaten people as a way to encourage them to vote for Kamala. So you're doing the exact same thing that you say they shouldn't do.
Energy for Donald Trump.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm just like, don't vote for him. It is what it is.
They're not even doing, y'all not even out here doing real research to look at her record. If you do the research or whatever, stop believing everything you read and do real research, you can see what a record is. You can see what she have done.
Nothing. Our brother Rickey, her record is horrible. Go ahead.
I think you can Google what have Kamala Harris done for the black community.
Nothing.
Or things that black people benefit from. Or not.
Nothing.
We need to stand with her. We need to stand with her.
No, we
She's
don't.
Great. She will make a great president. And what a blessing to be living in a time where a black woman can become president of the United States of America.
And she ain't that black woman.
America, in our time, we get a black man and a black woman become president. That's unheard of.
Come on. He's talking about Barack Obama. How did that work out for us, family? How did Barack Obama work out for us? Barack Obama was a bust for us. That didn't work out good for us. Barack Obama becoming president, Obama was a nothing burger. We were getting slaughtered under Obama. And Obama didn't lift a finger to help us from getting slaughtered. Obama didn't help us. That was the nothing burger. We could have done without Obama. You understand? And Kamala Harris is Obama 2.0. Symbolic nothing burgers. I'm not with the symbolisms.
I think you can Google what have Kamala Harris done for the black community or things that black people benefit from. A lot. We need to stand with her.
Yes.
We need to stand with her. She's great.
Absolutely.
She will make a great president. And what a blessing to be living in a time where a black woman can become president of the United States of America. In our time, we get a black man and a black woman become president. That's unheard of.
Come on, man.
Stop it.
Message. Be on the right side of history. Be on the right side of history.
That's so, it's just the Amber Rose and everybody got all these videos and stuff and talking about Kamala Harris talking out of both sides of her. How would you say something so disrespectful? Even if you felt that way, I wouldn't dare make a video or say nothing like that to the vice president of the United States of America that's trying to stand up and that's going to possibly pick 2 United States Supreme Court justices or whatever to try to keep the laws in place that Thurgood Marshall and all of the people that have paved the way and try to redo and get back into some of this settled law, women's rights to choose, your voting rights, and Brown versus the Board of Education. Do your homework, black
hold
people.
up. Let me just tell you something right here that could be very historic. And Kay pointed this out to me.
If Kamala Harris is elected, she would be sworn in.
She could be sworn
on
in
MLK Day
by the first black Supreme
and
Court,
possibly by Ketanji Brown Jackson.
So what?
Does not give you chills. Does that not?
Okay, that's all I'm gonna play. That's all I'm gonna play. That's all I can't now because now I'm gonna get mad. So what? So what? All of these symbolism. Well, she's gonna get sworn in on MLK Day by Ketanji Brown, and so what? Damn the symbolism. Damn all of the symbolisms. I ain't with the symbolisms. Damn, because after the symbolic ceremonies are over, now we got to deal with their janky ass policies, okay?
Does that not give you chills?
Come on, stop it.
Does that not send
Maria?
Just make your whole body vibrate.
Maria,
oh my
I can go deep into that. You got a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated reading in a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated into the damn White House. What's wrong with y'all?
Come on, man.
MLK holiday.
But y'all mad because she ain't talking about reparations.
Who was a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated?
Come on now.
Come on now.
Game.
Oh my God,
Game
that just
changer.
gave me chills. That gave me chills.
Rickey, we don't care about your sororities and fraternities. We don't care because the majority of Black America isn't in your little boule. They're not in it. We don't benefit from it. You do, but we don't. So how is that some sort of pride for us as the rank and file Black American person about your sorority or fraternity? We don't care. That's the thing. We don't care. You don't do nothing good for Black people. When you get in these positions, you become gatekeepers like Cat Williams talked about. You become gatekeepers for white supremacy. And you're there to undermine Black people and get cut a check for it. Okay? That's what you're there to do. You're there to also deliver up the Black vote to the Democrat Party so you can get paid. We see the game, bruh. We don't care. Like, why do you think they say, oh my gosh, she's an AKA? Man, we got to get an AKA in there because, boy, those AKAs got a history of standing on business for Black people. No, that doesn't send me chills. Well, what is that supposed to do for me? I'm not going to talk about all of you, but think about yourself for a minute. What would that do for me? Ketanji Brown Jackson. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, she has not had a track record doing for Black people. But, you know, I mean, she got zaddy. Kamala got zaddy. Both of them not going to do nothing for Black people. That's for sure. Right? So how is that historic?
Game changer, dog.
Game.
Man,
Talk about game.
Y'all better come get me off this radio today.
Come get him.
You can keep going. You want to keep going, dog? You want to keep going?
Oh, they ain't going to be mad at you today, Rick.
Hey, man.
I don't care. Well, stop me.
Go, dog. Go.
I don't care about who get mad. I know I'm right.
Exactly.
I know I'm right. Y'all need to stop. Do y'all realize Medgar Evers died for voting rights? All these people that have risked their life from slavery up until the civil rights movement, just so we can have an opportunity to do what we do, to do what we can do. We ain't seen nothing like this since Barack Obama was running for president in 2008. We need to stop.
The great John Lewis.
Right. John Lewis and Ralph Abernathy. All of these people that have paved the way for us. We are the new civil rights leaders. We got to get behind people like Ben Crump and Kamala Harris and all these people out here that's doing, like Roland Martin and all of these people that's out here.
Okay, so he went to the classic ancestor shaming, right? So that's what they do. They go from you're MAGA to, oh my God, this will make history. How dare you? To now, let me go to ancestor shaming.
Don't do this right here.
Yeah, and
don't be on the internet doing Kamala Harris like that.
Yeah,
I don't care what issue you got with Black women. Your mama's a Black woman. How about that? Let's start there. I don't care what and I'm talking to the men right here. Your mother is a Black woman. Don't forget that. Don't forget that your sister is a Black woman. And as a Black man, I stand proudly with Kamala Harris this morning with tears in my eyes.
Your mama Black. So what they got to, y'all, you don't notice they don't use that to no other group of people but Black people. You never hear them tell a white person, well, your mama white. You got to vote for this white woman because your mama white. Notice they didn't say that about Hillary Clinton to white people. Your mama white. So because your mama and your sister white men, you got to vote for Hillary Clinton because your mama white. That dumb, asinine crap is only presented to Black men in particular. No other group of men hears that but black men. Why wasn't y'all putting pressure on white men when Hillary Clinton was winning or running in 2016? Why didn't you go tell them their mama white, their sister white? They'll look at you like you're stupid. Like, what are you talking about? What is that supposed to mean to me? That's not my mama. Jesus Christ. We as black men in particular, we got to put a stop to these people that run off at the mouth like this. Why is he so emotional about this woman? Why?
Smiley and Steve Harvey. Rickey, Smiley, and Steve Harvey. Rickey, Smiley, and Steve Harvey. Listen. If Uncle Steve Harvey and Uncle Rickey Smiley want to go hard for Kamala Harris, that is their business. If Rickey Smiley and Steve Harvey want to go hard for Kamala Harris, they have a right to do that. They have a right to do that. What they don't have a right to do is shame other Africans into voting for her. They cannot do that. They were wrong for that. You can't shame people into not voting for someone who has no record of doing nothing for them.
Before y'all start calling my radio show and DMing me, talking about why you ain't asked no hard-hitting questions, that ain't what this is. I'm throwing a lob. This is an alley-oop for a dunk, because this administration needs to get the word out of what they're actually doing and what they're actually accomplishing, so we can stop all this foolishness about what you're doing for black people. Can't nobody come out with no agenda and call it this for black people and expect to get in the White House. You got to play the game different. Y'all know what this is. So now this next question is another lob for her to dunk. Because they done a lot, man. But we see, I'm on this radio show and I'm hearing all these people talking about, I'm not voting if they not doing nothing for us. Listen to me. If you do not vote, the analytics will show. They know how many women vote, they know the age you are when you vote. If we don't vote, how we gonna ask for something next time? If you ain't got no voting power, you talking about reparations. Ain't nobody finna give you no reparations and you don't vote.
Now that's where they're wrong. That's where they're wrong. You know, Steve Harvey's logic didn't make any sense. He said, if we don't vote, we won't get nothing. Well, you've been voting and you ain't got nothing. It's time to hold the vote until we get something. It's time to hold the vote until we get something. Rickey Smiley, I love my brother, but he was pretty emotional. He's talking about Supreme Court Justice Ketanji swearing in Vice President Harris. They both belong to black Greek fraternities. They'll get sworn in on Dr. King's Earth Day. That's all empty symbolism. We're done with that. That's all empty symbolism. We're done with that. That's all empty symbolism. We're done with that. You have to give us tangibles, not symbols, Brother Rickey Smiley. Tangibles, not symbols. One is an AKA, one is a Delta. What that got to do with miseducation? One is an AKA, one is a Delta. What that got to do with mass incarceration? One is an AKA, one is a Delta. What that got to do with gentrification and homelessness? That is nothing but empty symbolism. The member of one black sorority swearing in the member of another black sorority on the solar return of a brother, ancestor, Dr. King, who belonged to a black male fraternity. That's all fine and well. But telling black people they should vote for the symbol, telling black people they should vote for the symbol is not going to serve us, Brother Rickey. We need substance, my brother. We need substance. Medgar Evers did not die for Kamala Harris to become president. Stop the cap up. Dr. King did not die for Kamala Harris to become president. Stop the cap up. The purpose behind Fannie Lou Hamer's Voting Rights Act, the purpose behind the Fannie Lou Hamer Voting Rights Act was for black people to be in a position to use their vote so they could receive tangibles. Voting is not supposed to be a symbol. Voting is supposed to be a transaction, a power transaction. You want my vote? We want your resources. You want my vote? We want the resources. Voting is not supposed to be a ritual. It is not supposed to be a symbol. It is supposed to be a transaction. You want my vote? We want some tangibles. If we can't get no tangibles, you can't get no vote. Steve Harvey said, they can't give us no reparations. What'd he say? We not going to get no reparations if we don't vote. You've been voting Democrat for 93 years, Steve Harvey. Been voting Democrat for 93 years, Steve Harvey. Been voting Democrat for 93 years, Steve Harvey. How many more years you got to vote Democrat to get some reparations? The problem with you black celebrities, the problem with you black celebrities, you are the new black bourgeoisie. You are the new black bourgeoisie. And you are going out of your way to stay relevant with the white power structure by trying to shame black people into voting for people who don't do anything with them. That ended with Barack Obama. That ended with Barack Obama, the new generation of American Africans. These under 30s today, they not like the under 30s of Barack Obama 16 years ago. See, 16 years ago, the 30-year-olds of today were 15. 16 years ago, the 30-year-olds of today were 14. They were babies under Obama. They were babies under Obama. But you fail to realize they grew up on Dr. Umar Ifatunde doctrine. These 30-year-olds, they grew up on my messages. They grew up on me. So you can't seduce them with emotions. You can't seduce them with intellectualism. You can't seduce them with symbols and empty promises. They grew up under the Prince of Pan-Africanism. They've been watching me and listening to me for 15 years. You can't get over on them like you got over on their parents. You can't get them to the polls on November the 4th with no damn a Delta swearing in an AKA on an Alpha's birthday. That don't mean nothing to us. We respect Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I love my Delta Queens. We respect Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I love my Alpha Queens. We Alpha Phi Alpha Sorority. I love my Alpha brothers, but that ain't got nothing to do with this. This is not sorority business. This is American African business. I said this is not sorority business. This is American African business. And if Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, Jill Stein, Cornel West, if they can't take care of African business, the American African business, don't come to me. Black vote ain't for sale no more. Black vote ain't for sale. We bartering on business. We standing on business. Bring us some tangibles or get out of my face. Rickey Smiley, I love you. But crying on the radio for Kamala Harris, my brother, that's an all-time low. Don't do that again, Rickey Smiley. Don't you get on your radio show and cry for Kamala. Don't you do that, my brother. If you want to cry for Kabama Harris, if you want to cry for Kabama Harris, you do that in the privacy of your house. But if we're going to be honest, Steve Harvey and Rickey Smiley, and I love you both, no hate to my big brothers, but if we're going to be honest, Rickey Smiley and Steve Harvey, y'all only carried on because y'all got paid to carry on. Can we please be honest? Can we see? I want y'all to understand, overstand, and understand what King Kong is talking about. Y'all carried on because y'all got paid to carry on. Kamala Harris and the Democratic plantation is paying you celebrities, paying you to shame black people into voting. Y'all know we not going to get nothing out of that vote. Y'all know we not going to get nothing out of that vote. Y'all know y'all not we not going to get nothing out of the vote, but they being paid. Y'all being bought.
All right, before I give my opinion, I want y'all to take a look at something real fast and let me know if you catch it. Listen to what she says here.
So I will begin with some history, which I think is familiar with many people in this room, but there are many who are not familiar with the history of Freedmen's Bank. So Freedmen's Savings Bank was founded by the United States Congress in 1865. It was a bank unlike any other our nation had known. Freedmen's Bank was established to serve Black Americans newly freed from slavery, to help them build wealth and to build a better future. At Freedmen's, to open a savings account, you just needed 5 cents, which, as I've calculated, is about $1 today. In the years after its founding, tens of thousands of Black families opened an account at Freedmen's. They saved up to buy a farm, to build a home, to open a business. Even school children saved their pocket money to deposit it in this institution. And then 9 years later, after the bank first opened its doors, because of an economic downturn and because of the organized assault on the project of Reconstruction, Freedmen's Bank was forced to close. Over 60,000 people lost their savings. Now, Freedmen's Bank was guided by a vision. The vision of an economy that works for all Americans and includes all Americans. The vision of a nation in which all people have access to the financial resources they need to succeed, to thrive, and to determine their own future. Truly at the heart of that bank was the concept of self-determination. Over a century and a half later, in communities across our nation, that vision remains unrealized. Consider, today, Black entrepreneurs are 3 times more likely to report that they did not apply for a loan for fear of being turned away by a bank, often anecdotally because they heard about that experience from friends and relatives. Today, Black and Latino homeowners are rejected by traditional financial institutions at a higher rate when applying for home loans. And this is the case even when they have credit profiles similar to other applicants. Today, many immigrant business owners, including some Asian American business owners, face language barriers that limit their ability to access capital and banking services. And people who live in rural areas, including many Native Americans, often lack access to traditional financial services of any kind. So President Biden and I know that for our nation to succeed, these disparities must be spoken of, acknowledged, and addressed.
All right, y'all, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for checking out the full video and, wanting to hear my opinion. So this is what I got for you. As far as politics, as a Black American, I'm 41 years old. And if you know the history, in 1964 was the year that we were able to vote and segregation was no more. We were, starting to get our human rights. So taking a look at the history, it was Black Americans who got us to this point. And if you take a look since 64, ask yourself, what has been done since then to help the Black community thrive forward and to prosper in this country? Pretty much nothing to very little. So, we just listened to Kamala and, what she thinks about Blacks, and she wants to include everyone in a policy that's going to help everyone. Okay, that's a great in one perspective to look at, but For us who are Black Americans and know the history of this country, our ancestors didn't get any profit, any reparations for any of the free labor that we gave to this country. That's very disrespectful for anyone, let alone a Democrat, to come in and tell you, yeah, we won't do anything for just the Black community, but we'll do everything to help everyone. That doesn't help the Black community get out of the debt that this country and government put us in. So Black Americans want our reparations. We want that debt covered that the government owes us. You know, the government can go out and spend money everywhere else, but they can't make up for the original sin that was done in America. So that's my thoughts on it, y'all. Comment below, let me know what y'all think. Definitely like the video to support, share the video. I hope this one gets out to a lot of people because, guys, if we don't make a change, if we don't stand our ground, if we don't force one of these parties to do something for Black America, it may be too late. But let me know what y'all think. Definitely comment below. Let me know which side you're on. This is an open platform where whatever side you're on, you can express it below. I believe as a Black American that you should support and exercise both options according to the policy and according to where you're at and where you want your life to go in the future. It's an individual decision. It isn't a group effort. This isn't the 1960s anymore, guys. You know, segregation is gone, slavery is over, we can vote. So we have to make the right informed decision and vote what's going to help us individually and also as a community. But let me know what y'all think. Comment below, like the video, share the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Excellent.
Be sure to like the video to support the channel. And definitely share your experiences and insights in the comment section. Subscribe and turn on your notifications so we don't miss you.